everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from Outkick dated July 22nd. It says Native Americans were not the ones offended by Redskins' name. White liberals were. Yes, that's always the story with this. And I've made a bunch of videos about this exact thing, about the Redskins getting back their name. They should be the freaking Washington Redskins, not the Washington Commanders. Such a lame-ass name. Even though I'm not watching football anymore, I hate that too. And I also think the baseball team in Cleveland should be the Indians and not the Guardians. Again, just kind of whitewash their name there. Pun absolutely intended. But let's see what this article has to say about the Redskins, because that's who we're talking about. It says, those that supported the change include Tony Kornheiser, Jason La Canfora, Mike Florio, and Adam Schefter, none of whom are Native American. Yep, so it's those wonderful white liberals, as they have a habit of doing, making things worse for everybody. It says, when reporting on President Donald Trump threatening to hold up a new stadium deal for Washington's NFL team if it does not revert to the Redskins, ESPN and Adam Schefter have repeatedly claimed that Native Americans consider the nickname offensive. Too bad. That is absolutely 100% not true, even a little bit. And here's Adam Schefter's tweet. It says, President Donald Trump is threatening to hold up a new stadium deal for Washington's NFL team. You can just say the Commanders. If it does not restore its old name of the Redskins, that is considered offensive to Native Americans, Schefter reported. And again, he's wrong. It says who here in the article. It says, well, that's the part of the equation that's unclear. Media outlets continue to say the word Redskins offends Native Americans, but there's no evidence of that. It says a 2016 Washington Post study found that 9 in 10 Native Americans were not offended by the Redskins name. In fact, a 2019 survey by the outlet learned that the majority of Native Americans were proud to see an NFL team carry the Redskins title. And there are links, hyperlinks right there as well, 2 different ones, so you can go ahead and check those. So you have 90% of the population of the people that are supposedly offended are saying, no, we're cool with that. Yeah, you don't really have a lot of ground to stand on here, pal. I'm saying pal to Adam Schefter. So who was actually offended by the name? For one, President Barack Obama, who I could utterly care less what his opinion of this is, says that Obama mainstreamed the name change movement in 2013 when he called for the NFL to consider changing it. And of course, the Redskins were going to bend the knee to him and any other BLM types. Says, I don't know whether our attachment to a particular name should override the real legitimate concerns that people have about these things, Obama said. No one had concerns about it besides, again, liberals. Says, others who have argued for the change and said these names before, Tony Kornheiser, Jason La Canfora, who I don't know who that is, Mike Florio, and Adam Schefter, none of whom are Native American. Says, in actuality, it wasn't Native Americans who were bothered by the Washington Redskins. It was mostly white liberals. Go figure, yeah. There's a surprise. Because, of course, there's an argument that there are more important issues for the president to address than a football team changing its name. That's true. Of course it is. Says, however, the Washington football team restoring the Redskins title would serve a significant blow, or as a significant blow, to the woke sports movement, which is officially vulnerable. What is that article linked to? What's it say there? ESPN. Oh, Shane Gillis's monologue from the ESPY Awards. Okay. It says, but simply fighting for a name change wouldn't be for nothing. A properly functioning society cannot let the most easily offended among them dictate change. And that's what we've seen for most of the last decade. Because that's what the NFL did by changing the team name to Commanders after people who are not even Native American deemed the word Redskins offensive. Short article, but there you go. And I hope it does get changed back to the Redskins, because that's what it should be. And there's no picture here to use as a header. Okay, it is what it is. So we'll just do something like this. Anyway, yeah, so what do you think? Are you one of the people are you offended by the Redskins name, or do you just yeah, they should go back to it? Because, as I said, I would absolutely want to go back to it. So let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.